time that I had my older child, I was a single mom for the most part, and I really lived the same way I feel emotionally like my mom did. Just that undercurrent of frustration. So every time I made a decision, every time I spoke to my children, it was with the undercurrent of frustration, almost like I expected them to understand how much I was sacrificing for them, which
Mhm.
truly makes no sense because they're a child. Why would they know that, right? Well, sometimes as a single parent, or when we feel like we're given so tirelessly, or we're making ourselves martyrs without being asked, we want to get that reciprocation of, don't you understand my sacrifices? And that's an unrealistic expectation, especially on a child. And so I feel like I had that on my, at least my older one, definitely. And he had a tough, growing up tough anyway. And for me to be like, don't you understand? I can't believe you did this, and just so rough. And once I walked through a lot of my therapy, I actually went back and had a conversation with him, a conversation that was years old, that should have been happened, but I don't think I wasn't mature enough
Mm.
to be able to have that conversation. But I set the time aside and scheduled time with him and had a conversation. And I honestly apologized. I asked for his forgiveness. I didn't say I'm sorry. I said, will you forgive me? Because I know that I did the best that I could, but that wasn't good enough. And I made some mistakes. And I feel like I made most of those mistakes when I was raising you. And I really needed to put that option in his lap, as far as, do you want to talk about it deeper? Do you wish to forgive? Do you need some time? But not try to manipulate that out of him, and truly just own my mess. And that was the great thing about the different things that I did in my therapy. I went to therapy, but I also did a recovery program that made me take accountability for my life. And in that, there is the step of reaching out and making amends. And I was so grateful to have the strategy so that I could do that without asking for something in return, but really having that conversation that was well overdue,